Greetings. Happy new moon. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the call, to the live video on Facebook. Laura! Hi, honey. Yay. You finally got to make it to a live one. I'm so happy for you. And I'm happy for me. You're the first one on the call. Woo! Happy new moon, honey. So for those of you listening to the recording or watching later, that's my best friend. Mwah. Hey, babe. Wow. Something about this new moon, huh? Whew. I don't know about you, but I've had quite a day. A beautiful day of connection and also an interesting day of something sort of coming up that I needed to confront in a way that is very representative of a dynamic that I think is kind of, I guess you could say karmic, if you will, or a pattern of sort of archetypal that we're maybe all going through in a similar way. So I'll definitely want to share a little bit about my personal experience with today, but what we're here for is the honoring of our new moon intentions. This is our monthly visioning circle for this month. And what is this? The energy of Aries, right? So Aries in the zodiac is the first sign of the zodiac in our astrological system. So I'm going to read a little something that I wrote today on the topic to you as a way to invite us into the intention of this energy. But before I bring that in, let's center and take a moment to connect in the intention of our circle that we are creating with all those that are watching or listening now or watching or listening later, and also all those that are intending to hold space in the same sacred way that we are right now all over the planet. So we're going to take a few breaths. Inhale deeply through the nose. Slowly exhale out the mouth. And again, in through the nose, out the mouth. One more time, in, out. Thank you. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rachel Chase, and I invite us all to honor our connection with each other and the growth and development and change that's taking place in our lives and on the planet, holding space for each other as we envision our creative endeavors, as we envision our desires, as we envision what it is we would like to bring into the world, as we envision the new aspects of ourselves coming forward together, just imagining that we're all together in a field or somewhere beautiful. Maybe it's on planet Earth, maybe it's somewhere else, maybe it's in outer space. Maybe we are all together as travelers and traversers of this infinite field of energy we call consciousness. Let's embrace that connection that we all share together right now, and just connect in the earth. Feel that we're very much embodied in the planet and held and supported and nurtured in the earth. And I lit this candle for us, for our intentions tonight. So I just want you to gaze upon the candle with me for a moment. And just contemplate that flame, the beautiful flame and the purple energy of that violet wavelength, that frequency of transmutation. This idea that no matter what energy is happening right now, we are intending, we are aware, we are focusing, intention and attention on the allowing of the transmutation of energy into a higher vibrational state of being, right? Which is love, which is compassion, which is divine truth, which is enlightenment, which is unity and diversity. So as we gather and we honor this new moon, we are lighting that prayer, that intention, that truth for ourselves and the world. And that is what we are doing together. So opening our hearts, opening our minds, opening our voices to connect deeply with that shared intention for our individual selves and for our world together. So right now, this theme of this new moon has to do a lot with an effort is being made. So just sit with these words and see if they resonate with you and see what comes up for you. If you have a journal nearby handy, or if you have oracle cards with you that you like to use, or any sort of inspirational writing or imagery, art that you like to make, you might want to watch this video at a later time and just sort of listen to the words as you're creating or writing or drawing or making music or whatever it is that you love to do, singing, walking, dancing, playing music while you listen to it, whatever it is that inspires you. So this new moon is asking us, what do we need to push through? Perhaps there's an authoritative energy or structures or others are taking our power or strength away, or have done so in the past and we're noticing it, or we're starting to feel into that space where we're able to approach it in a new way. Those aspects of ourselves that maybe we've been working on developing are growing, are asking to come forward. We're taking it back. Whatever it is, we're stepping into the thing that we know that we are ready to just do. We're just doing it. We're just going to say, yes, I'm going to just do this thing. No matter if some others may say it's not possible, or that we're crazy, or, no, stay in your lane. Maybe others aren't exactly saying this, but we think that's what the message is that's being told to us, that being shown to us. Somehow we've interpreted it, that we believe that, we should do it this way because that's the only way it's ever been done before. Or this is the formula that someone says it has to be, or in order to this, you have to be doing this. If you want that, it's got to be this, or you're not going to get that. So, we are being asked to continue to live according to the norm. But we're starting to wake up to the realization that what is that even? What does that mean? What is that? Why? Is that true? Is that the way that it's going to work for me? Is that how it really is for you? Where are you feeling? It's just not quite right. That just doesn't feel right. So, the way it's supposed to be done, the one way, the formula, right? So the question here that you might use as a prompt for a little bit of maybe journaling tonight or writing in the morning, of just stream of consciousness, maybe, asking this question of yourself. And at first you might have an answer, quick answer, but I'm going to invite us to go underneath a little bit and dive a little deeper into inquiry and get real quiet, or put on some nice music, but just get into a space of being with yourself and ask, what is it? What is your way of doing, of living? What is your way? What is your own way? And you may not all the way know what that is. We're figuring it out, aren't we? But right now, what is it that I need? I've got to go for it. I've got to push through this obstacle of the way that you're being told it has to be, or shown that you think it has to be. And there's maybe just a belief in there. What is it? So even though it's uncomfortable, right? It might be really uncomfortable to try to push through that. We may risk judgment or dismay of others. Perhaps a whole lot of people may look at you like you're crazy. But no, we, those that are tuning into this energy, are the bearers of the collective transformation that's going on, this energetic, spiritual, if you will. Spiritual, what does that mean? It means we honor the interconnectivity of all life, and that whatever I do affects you and whatever you do affects me, and we're in this together. I think that's really what it means. Honoring that and respecting that. So that's the transformation we're moving into. We're embodying the initiation of the new paradigm. So it's initiation. It's a ceremonial process that we're going through just by living our own lives. I'm not saying this is easy, but we are co-creating this new norm. What is the new norm? Compassionate living as humans. So I'm not the only one saying these things. Others are saying it. I'm just adding my voice to this truth that we're stepping into, embodying, owning, right? Taking a stand for. Many are living this way. And I think that those of us who are speaking about it and taking those steps, right, we're making it mainstream. What? Right on. Let's do that. I'm all for it. I don't need to be different. I just need to be me. And we are naturally different. It just is that way. We're each and every one of us unique. Strength here. So we're asked also, as we're in the, asking to have this courage, or shall I say, being given this energy, that's it's a fresh start. And it takes strength to sort of allow that fresh start to happen. And here's that word, allow. We may think we have known how we were going to do these next steps, but now suddenly things are starting to shift a little bit, and we're saying, okay, maybe we need to listen too. So yes, Aries is fire. Yes, there's this embodiment. Yes, there's passion. Yes, there's sexuality and work and effort and doing, right? The doing, Mars and all that. But we have a lot of other energies going on too, and that's not it. It's not just that one fire energy that's happening, right? There's Gemini at play here. There's Capricorn at play here. There's all planets, and then there's also just this like knowingness of the energies that are happening inside of us, that we're being asked to be really soft with ourselves. Really soft. Patience with ourselves. So it's compassion with courage. It's strength with softness. And we can live according to these seemingly, opposite or disparate, these qualities that seem like they might be very different from each other. But we're being asked to hold them in the same space and live our truth and allow for others' truth to also be present. And I mean every other, not just the other that we agree with. That is really the only way we're going to work this out here. So to do that, we have to do that with ourselves, all the opposites in our own self, right? And whatever we come up against, if it might look like it's coming up against us, but let's question that a little bit. Let's find out, is it up against us? Or is it maybe just another interpretation of coming from a place of a desire that's the exact same desire that you have? Just think about that possibility. So we're both breaking out, breaking through, and at the same time, we're learning to go with the flow of the energy too, to sort of lean back, trusting our intuition and whole new levels of trust, being gentle and kind, intuitive, and trusting with ourselves. So as we're invited to push through, to go for what we stand for, embracing our power in a new way, And as we're invited to and encouraged by this fresh Aries energy, this new moon, enticed into this fresh start in a beautiful way, let's do it with a sense of watching for a little bit, you know? Fresh start doesn't have to mean get it all done now. Let's take care of it. It means like it's a fresh energy. Wow. Okay. So how are we seeing things? What's that new aspect of ourselves that is looking through these eyes? Let's get to know that newness and then find out what we're going to do with it at some point here. So embracing our power in a new way, being invited to and encouraged by it. So we can see the light coming through, right? And perhaps we're being challenged by some figure of authority or structure that we're being confronted with as we're stepping along into the newness of our lives, we're being asked to be soft, and to be balanced, to go for our visions, our truth, our desires, and allow the space for the vision to have a life of its own, or the vision to have a life of its own. Space. Give it space for it to show up. And for it to show us something about ourselves. We might just surprise the hell out of ourselves in a good way. So the trick is not to force or push or aggravate, but allow just as much as we're putting forth, right? It's that rhythm of doing and being, doing and being. We're being asked to let go of the need to push forth exhaustedly, but to have the spirit of joy in our lives and energy as we say yes to the task of releasing the modes of operation that feel confining. Where do you feel trapped in something that's not right? How is it? Maybe you thought that was the way to go, but we don't necessarily have to stick with it just because we said that was the way we're going to do it. If now we're realizing something that isn't actually the way that feels true for me. Yes, now it means shifting gears and letting go of some of that work you might have started, but the new energy that comes in is just going to allow that fresh way to come in that's even more efficient, even more joyful, even more abundant, even more every life affirming, frankly, right? So new ways of expression, new ways of creation, of collaboration that feels naturally supportive, give energy, not suck you dry. So we set the intention, we lean back, we watch things manifest naturally as we lean into those endeavors and activities that we know we need to do to sort of we're the extensions of life energy. Right? Let it working through you. Let it work through your body and your being. In a way that feeds our souls and that feeds one another, that feeds life, that feeds others rather than seeking to take away. But doesn't live in denial of the shadow side of humanity. We're not just looking at the light all the time, right? So that can be a little bit of a test, a little bit of a challenge for us to hold space for everyone's experience here. Everyone's experience here is valid. So how can we feed our strength so we can hold space for all of that? Sometimes that means rest. Rest. Take a stand for your rest. So as we let go of those ways of doing that feel like we're conforming in order to live up to other standards, that feels like we're getting our sort of energy sapped out, Finding a new way to do it for you. Simplify. Let go of some things. Get clear. Yeah, I have a lot of energy for clarity right now. Let's take a breath together, breathing in the fresh start of the new moon. Exhaling and feeling your molecules in the cells in your body as you rededicate your life, as we rededicate our lives in service of getting real with ourselves about how we want to contribute, the way we want to contribute, to create. It feels good for us. Feels like yes. And that the quality of energy that we want to admit in our process of growth and creation is in line with, yeah, that feels right. Yeah, that feels right. Not, is that right for me to feel right? Should I do it different? Because they're saying, so maybe the way I'm doing it isn't right. No. Let go of all that. Rededicate yourself to trusting the way it feels for you. Is it right? Look inside your body and your energy and find out, where do you feel yes? And where do you feel no? Get to know that inner barometer of your truth, not anybody else's. And they may say, this is the way you're supposed to do it. So many of them might say that to you. This has been coming up so much for so many people that I talk to all the time. No. And that is not easy. I get it. Been there. I know. Surrounded by it all around you. Remove yourself from the fire. Sit in your own energy and discover yes, no for yourself. I know a lot of you get this, It's just like we need reminders sometimes. And this is really the message of this new moon that we can share with other people to reassure them that it's okay, because that's coming up for a lot of people. So for those of us who really are living that already, right? You might sometimes forget it. I know sometimes I do, And I know a lot of people are working through that. And we all are in our own way at whatever stage of we're working through that. Shedding those programs. But then we live in the world and there they all are trying to get back in. So how do we bring that light in and bring your arms in the air and invite in energy of love, of light, of strength, and draw it down into your body every time, every day, a million times a day, right? Feel your feet on the ground. Create that field of light around you. Come into your body. Breathe up, breathe down, clear, contain, connect, and then take another step, begin anew. So we are learning to invite in the new, set the vision, then ask the universe, ask the energy of life, whatever you want to call that, ask it. What do I need to let go of in order to allow the energy of life to flow into this moment? Because that's where all the intelligence is. Not with our little brains trying to wrestle with it. It's just letting go of the wrestling, allow the energy of life to come in, take a pause, breathe in, breathe out, and as it flows into that moment, into this moment, we can bring into the reality what is needed. What do I need right now? What do I need to let go of? How can I let that energy come in so I can see and understand what I need? What do I need to live more in tune with my truth? What feels right? What I must do for me. Not what you should do, not what I should do, but what I must. I must. Right? And if you're coming from no harm, you're not seeking to harm, what you must do is a beautiful place to come from. We're coming from the core seed of intention of care compassion, grace, brotherly, sisterly love, unity, appreciation for diversity, a willingness to learn, listen, understand, be humble. What can I learn here? How can I seek to understand this situation without assuming I already understand everything about it? Living in a way that feels totally in line with your unique, specific way of being. It is not selfish, but it is altruistic. Because you're doing it in service of all those things. See, you are supported. The universe is rising to meet you. Let your expression be free. Let your heart's fire light your soul's flame and burn steadily, fully, and completely. So that's my dedication for all of us tonight at this new moon in Aries, fresh start. I hope that this is inspirational for you, because I feel that inspiration is a powerful way to teach and a powerful way to affect change, a powerful way, an effective way to lead when it's coming from that grounded place of compassion and care and connection. I think that's what this new moon has a lot to do with. And I think that that's what this time in our lives have a lot to do with. And I wish that so much for all of us. And I know that you, my sisters and brothers, hello, everyone. Hey, Amanda, Alicia, Dee, Jen, Isabel, Kali, Laura, sisters. Anyone who's been joining on the conference call as well. We're approaching a half an hour here. And this is going to be just a little bit of a shorter call. I usually do an hour. But I'm a little tired today, so I'm going to take care of myself and keep it a little bit shorter than an hour tonight. Quality, right? Quality is important. And I just want us to take a minute to just kind of go into this silence. And just take in everything that I've said for a moment and see what resonates for you, what stands out for you. What connects with your personal intentions for what you're creating in your life right now, or what's coming through for you, what life is asking of you right now. Hey Trish, hi sister. I'm so blessed to have my support system on this call with me. I know you're here for a big reason. I'm so grateful. This is our 12th new moon visioning call. So here we are creating a new chapter, right? I'm not sure what's going to happen after this month. I feel like there's a whole new shift in what's going on, and the way that I work, it's sometimes very structured and sometimes very organically. And I'm feeling that the way that the Visioning Circle group on Facebook is going is shifting. We're going to bring in some more videos. It may not be specifically a monthly new moon visioning call. I may pop on with some pre-recorded videos, some other live videos. Things are going to be just kind of going in a little bit of a different direction after this. And so just roll with it with me. Thank you. I'm going to pull a card just to close for us, a little inspiration from that favorite deck of mine that I've been using since last May that I got in Massachusetts when I was visiting. The Crystal Mandala Oracle deck by Lana Fairchild. She's so cool. I got to tell you, yesterday I did a level 2 Reiki training with a couple of incredible people. And after that, I gave a healing session as well to another incredible person. And I shuffled the cards really well, and just, I pulled the same exact card during the Reiki training as the session that I did with the client after that. And it just, and I'm sure this is true for so many of you too, the more and more and more we do this kind of work, the more we see the patterns that everyone's going through. It's like, the theme of the day, right? With everyone in a way. So I feel like so many people come in to get help from me, and they feel like they're all alone with this problem they're having. And then the next person comes in and they're going through and I'm like, oh my God, these people are all going through the same thing. And then it makes me realize that's why we have these groups. That's why we come together and support each other in these groups, because of that therapeutic connection of the universal experience that we're all sharing, right? We're all going through it together. So here's the card I'm going to pull for us tonight. Let's see what we got. I haven't pulled it yet, so let's just all put our intention together. All of our shared hearts, all of our shared energy, and all of our shared love in this moment, creating a fresh start of beauty, truth, abundance, connectivity, wholeness, joy, light, love, in all hearts, everywhere. So it is. Okay, here it is. Let's see. I'm going to hold it up. It's, oh my gosh, there's the Om. There's the pink. I think it's the Rhodochrosite. Yeah, it's the Rhodonite, Ascended Master Yogananda and Rhodonite, Empowered Service. Well, that couldn't even be more appropriate if it tried, could it? Oh, how beautiful. So I'm just going to read a little bit. I'm not doing the whole card tonight. I'm just going to read the part in the beginning of the inspiration and the message, and then an affirmation. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Patterns are real. Yes, they are. Oh, I'm so glad. Colleen and Laura, one day you two are going to meet each other in person. All right. So let's see. What number is this card? I love this card. Where'd it go? Did I put it down? There it is. Yeah. 25. It's a 7. All right. How perfect. 25. What a great card for this new moon. For all of us to get inspired. All right. I'm going to take this light off of here for a moment so I can see. We bring you the blessing of empowered service. It is your time to assume your place in the world at the table of the masters. At the table of the masters who serve the loving hand of the divine. You have been asking for your purpose to be more clearly unveiled and manifested in the world. You have endured lessons of patience. You have learned that spiritual progress can be made even without results being immediately obvious. You have learned trust and a willingness to surrender your personal desires to a larger plan. We know that of which you are capable, and we now invite you to step into the next level of empowered service available to your soul in service to the greater plan of divine love unfolding. So I invite us all to bow our heads and listen. You might choose to repeat this after me if it feels good for you. May the divine grant destiny with compassion. May those that can be empowered to serve. According to divine mercy and in service to the great divine plan of love unfolding, so be it. And our affirmation is, I accept the full empowerment of my service to divine love this lifetime. I am divinely empowered to serve in my own uniquely beautiful way. I accept the full empowerment of my service to divine love this lifetime. I am divinely empowered to serve in my own uniquely beautiful way. I'm going to do it one more time. I accept the full empowerment of my service to divine love this lifetime. I am divinely empowered to serve in my own uniquely beautiful way. I could hear all of your voices with me on that. I could hear them in my heart and in my mind and in my inner ear. So thank you for sharing that prayer with me, that offering, that gift, the space. I love you all. My muses, my hello, hi, I'm just looking through all these comments. Oh, my loves, all of you. I'm so grateful for the work we're doing together, just being ourselves, learning to grow into more of that, embracing it, being wild, free, creative, loving, kind, ecstatically real. So with that, I close our circle with humble gratitude. May we all be blessed. We are blessed. May we remember that we are so very blessed in every moment. May we share that. And may we allow this beautiful energy to carry us forward. Our visions held in the grace of love. Our lives held in the wisdom of truth. So it is. Namaste, Satanam, peace, infinite blessings, gratitude, sweet dreams, and I will see you again real soon. Ciao.